up on this week's episode of Art House. We enjoy the latest works of art under the fabulous, autistic, talented in a solo show in the nation's capital, Abuja. Then we return to Lagos for a group exhibition which takes people down memory lane at the Adeline Gallery. I'm Melinda Akinlami. A warm welcome to the program. Before we fill you in on the details, let's listen to our wordsmith for this week.
Our wordsmith for this week is titled Atukpa by Monday Abu. I know I had to clean you up for your light to be bright. You had a fresh breath when the suit was off. I know I had to clean you up for your light to be bright. You provided heat when Mother Nature was cold-hearted. I know I had to clean you up for your light to be bright. Your light gave me flies as company when men snored. I know I left you to the narrow plains of Ekiti State, never to visit you, but memories of our friendship in an era where you've been quelled. I know I write you off sometimes because I'm woke and new. Ma binu see me, as is the joy of that. Hot ball, I feel your warmth someday.
Nostalgia. Timeless commitment. That's how these artists have titled this group exhibition at the Adeline Gallery in Lagos.
The collection featured in this exhibition, called Nostalgia, Timeless Commitment, is a trip down memory lane by about 11 artists, as curated by Ebonwo.
This exhibition has been put together, by a group of artists who have been together for since 1997, and they came together thinking that they have been friends, they have, been together, and they would like to start an inaugural exhibition that just shows the camaraderie of unity, friendship, and solidarity. So these are students who have been together for upward of 21 years, and this basically is the first exhibition they're coming together. So they're all students who have known each other and are still remaining friends after 21 years.
Here we are, coming back together to have a show. We remembered those things that we used to do together, how we were able to prove ourselves, as being distinctive, in our chosen areas while we were in school. And we felt that, coming together to form a formidable team, will make us to be stronger, rather than just operating as individuals. So that's why we have come together, and to also have a support group for one another.
The images are personal to the artists who created it, and they explain the inspiration behind some of them.
I painted during, just shortly after the lockdown was lifted. So, inspired by the fact that the markets were open, but fewer people were able to come out. Personal experience, I went to the shops to buy more painting materials because, I was exhausting them. So I saw fewer people out there. I think it must have been, the fear of the pandemic. So I wanted to capture that. So you can see, if you look at the painting, you see very few figures in there. You'll see maybe like 2 or 3. And then the reason it's that colorful is, for me, it represented hope. It represented the fact that, okay, we've been through something, but we're coming out of it. We will come out of it and we'll be stronger for it.
Using different media, the artists reflect cultural elements in their paintings.
I'm a painter. I work with color, and I don't like to dilute color. I don't like to dilute to make it thinner, and I also do not like to mix too much color. You know, when you bring color out of the tube and you're putting them together, sometimes they get muddied. They become very, very dull. I don't like dull. I like my colors to be vibrant because, you know, for me, painting has to come across as what it is. You know, the color is rich. The color, why do I want to make my red dull? I'd like my red to be red. I'd like my yellows to be yellows. You know, it's bright and very attractive, something that brightens your day.
Joy unspeakable is a concept how individual people, animals all express themselves when good things happen to them. So I brought different aspects of human faces, smiling, expressing joy, using the dolphin and other God created creatures to express what joy means. So if you look at the painting, the more you look, the more you see. You will see expression of joy, a different thing that I've used to represent that joy unspeakable. It's all over their face. Okay. The other one is Let God Arise. It has to do more of a Christian painting. It shows let God arise, let your enemy be scattered. So the birds there, it represents the Holy Spirit. And those shattered glass represents the enemy in whatever form they come. So that's just a simple explanation of the two works.
It's more or less like an awareness. This is what is going on, and we're trying to capture at that particular time. There are certain things that happened. Take, for instance, the pandemonium now. You know, we need to sometimes we relieve some of those things. Those people who have lost relations or loved ones and all that, you know. I lost a couple of friends also during that period.
For us as a gallery, art is it's an articulation of our thoughts through graphic expression, and it's a representation of our reality. So that's how we see art, and we feel that, these artists who actually articulate their thoughts in graphic expression like this, with different genres, different styles, they also do it on the back of the reality that they see on a day-to-day basis. So I think you will see varied and different styles from different artists here, but they all send a message to all of us. People are talking about hope, people are talking about faith, people are talking about depression, people are talking about joy, people are talking about different things. But it just talks about the mood of each artist, and I think it's beautifully crafted and expressed in the works that you see around here. Every exhibition is definitely done as the word means, exhibit. You showcase, talent. You promote talent. You you basically give the best for the public to view. And I think the whole idea of any exhibition is to, to provide pleasure and enjoyment for the viewing artist. We hope that the audience and the art lovers who come here do enjoy the work and do enjoy the creativity that these artists have put together.
For the Adlin Gallery, any art that can promote the continent's identity and boost the ingenuity of its young population is always a welcome idea here.
For those who don't have an opportunity to exhibit, our online platforms are always available. And these are the works of art you sent in this week. Let's begin with this one done with oil on canvas called The Happy Drummer by Omole Michael. Then Uiwasha Ben has The Waiting Hours done with oil on canvas. This charcoal pencil on alabaster paper work is done by Bami Super B. He captures the artist, Rema. Then Joy Oyebode Balogun is remembering the crucified king, just fresh from Easter. It's rendered in mixed media. Then Eagle is a metal sculpture done by Adams Emmanuel. Wurola Gold of Wealth is a fabric on canvas work done by Raju David. Then Fast Track is a watercolor painting done by Akeli Christopher. And this acrylic on canvas work done by Gabriel John is called When She Is a Professor. Unification is how Tony Owere captures his acrylic on textured canvas piece. Then this charcoal on canvas work is done by Kofi John. And that concludes the works of art you sent in this week. We appreciate you for sending them in as always and encourage you to always put your best foot forward.
How the city attracts all types and how the unwary must suffer from ignorance of its ways.
Fabulous, Autistic, Talented is a solo exhibition by a very talented individual in Abuja. This year's theme is No Child Left Behind.
The month month of April is usually set aside to acknowledge and celebrate those dealing with a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, speech, and nonverbal communication, popularly referred to as autism.
We wanted to use this as a way to to showcase their talent and let the world know that being autistic or being a special needs child does not make you useless.
But some of those under this category possess exceptional skills. One of them is a young man exhibiting here today. Kanyechukwu Okeke has made a name for himself, constantly creating new images that show that pictures speak louder than words.
When we started the first exhibition, we were looking for a name. We're thinking, how do we coin autism? We didn't want to make people feel, oh, autism, let's feel sorry for them. Oh, autism, let's give them pity stares. Autism, they cannot do anything, they cannot achieve anything. And that's why we came up with the word fabulous, autistic, and talented. You have autism, that doesn't mean that you're not talented, that doesn't mean that you cannot be fabulous in whatever you're doing. That's why we coined it, and we think it's apt, and we think it resonates with the Nigerian audience, because talent is talent.
The exhibition, it's a wonderful one. It's a very, very expressive and creative one. A lot has gone into it, and Kanye has done a lot. It's been a long time coming. We've been preparing for this, and we're so glad it has turned out like this.
The president of the Society of Nigerian Artists, Mohammed Sulaiman, is one of the distinguished guests that have graced his solo exhibition, and he dissects this child's work piece by piece, entering his mind to unravel what each of them is conveying.
Kanye is the reason for having pulled everybody here to come and see his strokes and colors and everything.
Kanye did not start with just this exhibition that we're seeing here today. Kanye has been doing this for some years back now. But what I found very interesting is I've been able to see his piece from when he was 8 years, now he's 12. That piece exactly just say that Kanye did not just start at that 8, so he must have started much, much earlier. But what I'm trying to say is that his piece as at 8 years, which is 4 years back, has been so very wonderful. And then I looked at it. Kanye, I will not refer to him as a master, but I will have said he's somebody that just rapidly grew so much unconsciously or unknowingly. And then I've seen that the works he's doing today, you will not liken them to that of masters, but you will know that he has a journey that he's making. He's going towards where the masters are. He experiments a lot. Kanye's art, he paints from the heart. He paints from the soul. He pours out his emotion, his feelings on the canvas. So it's not, for Kanye, it's not about expertise, it's not about painting the right way. It's more about pouring out everything that he has in his head. Kanye's painting is all about passion, all about emotion, all about his feelings, all about what he's trying to say. That's Kanye's art.
It's almost miraculous because of the fact that he has this slight disability, autism, and he can focus and draw such Picasso-type paintings. It's definitely, he's a genius. Talent and genius, and it's very miraculous the way he puts his things together.
Over 30 works of art reveal Kanye's world, which always seek to enlighten and expose to the audience what can come out of a child with the right guidance and tutoring.
I've learned that you should give every child an equal opportunity. You shouldn't leave any child behind. I've also learned that in every disability there's an ability. So I believe that from this, people out there will know and look out for that in-depth creativity that is buried in a child. In every child, there is something good. So you don't just say, oh, this one is autistic, this has Down syndrome, there's nothing good that can come from this child. That doesn't exist. In every child, there is something creative.
Children and even people with his in his condition should not be ignored. They should, they all have a talent which can be exploited more than even normal children because they stay focused. You know what I mean? And parents should keep an eye and encourage their children to be able to bring out that type of talent.
If you look around, you can see that from his paintings, he actually shows you how he feels. He uses art to express himself. When he's angry, when he's sad, when he's moody, when he's hyper, when he's excited, you can see it from his art. And so we as his parents, we are all very focused in his development.
This child artist was diagnosed with autism at the age of 4, and ever since he started painting at the age of 5, it's been uphill from there, with a lot of laurels that speak to his dexterity and talent, which has captured the hearts of many, home and abroad.
Incredible works there by Kanye, and we've been following his progress over the years. He just keeps getting better and better, like some of the artists we are going to be featuring next week.
On the next episode of Art House. On the next episode, a solo exhibition by Peju Alatishe titled Alafia at KO Gallery, Lagos.
This exhibition, Alafia, dialogues with the concept of wellness and freedom.
Then to another part of Lagos where we see portraits of public figures in Mr. Danfo.
His paintings are minimalistic. That's what we liked about it, because it's quite rare to represent Lagos in a very pure and simple way.
We encourage you to keep liking, sharing, and viewing our page so more people can enjoy the ever bubbly and ingenious art scene in the country.
Your Art House experience doesn't have to end where the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of Art House on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on Art House on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's the program today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Keep the conversation going on our many social media platforms while staying creative and safe.